What's up? What it do? What it is? It's your boy Dref.
And it's your boy Beefus right here.
And welcome to episode number 35 of the Dref Unleashed podcast.
Come on.
We have a guest.
Let's go.
We have a guest, B-Face. We have a guest.
Tell me about it.
He goes by the name Paul Cruz.
Mr. Paul Cruz himself.
How are you doing, Paul Cruz?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Good. He is a sound engineer extraordinaire.
Yeah.
Now, I say that in the most honest way possible. He is a genius at what he does.
True.
But it's just sad that there's not much about him out there. And we're here to get his story. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming through.
Thanks for the invite, guys.
Yeah. So how have you been? How's the family?
The family is good. I'm good.
Yeah. What are you currently working on?
At this stage, I'm doing Ubuntu and some basic magic and also some music in the background.
You see, that's exactly why you're here, because you're doing like the big things in the country.
Yeah.
Like massive things. So I want to start from like the beginning. Where does Paul Cruz start? Like, how do you break into this space where you're working with music, then you transition into movies or TV shows? So let's start with the music. And I know you've got serious stories to tell.
I used to be a footballer. I never used to do music.
I used
to be a footballer for African Sport.
Oh, for real?
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Yeah? Which town was that? Was that Lusaka or Kitwe?
Yeah. So when the Jacob Mlingas, the Kalavas were coming up, the Nsunzus, they were like in the senior team.
Yeah?
Then me and Kachinga, the rapper, Kachinga, the rapper.
Yes.
Yeah, we used to play football for
Oh.
the others.
What?
Yeah.
I never would have imagined that.
I never would have, man. I never would have, man.
Me, I used to play even for school.
Mm-hmm.
At the school I was at, Ndeke Secondary.
Yeah.
So they would chip me in, and then after sport, just like put me in.
Oh, snap.
Did your family support that?
No.
And what was your response? Did you just go against them? Did you just rebel like, I
used to be a rebel because I used to stay with my uncle. And when you're staying with your uncle and your auntie, you're like the unnoticed person at home.
Yes.
You're only noticing and you start kutapilisha. But for the rest of the things, they don't care. If you've gone to school, you have gone to school. There's no care in such issues. Yeah.
Okay.
So how long did you do that, playing football?
I played for... Because I started playing football in grade 6 when I was still in primary. So I was playing for inter-schools, districts and provincials.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I had the failed under 17 caught up. I was caught up, but I was dropped.
National team.
Yeah.
Where were you dropped?
You didn't
They only needed 20 players to make the cut, and I didn't make the cut,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, the guy who was above me, Nathan Sinkara, was just even better than me. So.
Oh, that was him. You're up against the big boys, huh?
Yeah.
So does that disappointment then lead to music?
No.
Or how does music come about?
I then transitioned to being a Jerabo.
He said it so casually.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Because I used
Listen, the thing is, I don't know what next he's going to say.
I love this.
Yeah, so I used to stay in Kito Ndege village.
Yeah.
And then for you to survive there, you need to know someone. So it's like today when you hear these guys in Quito give all these shout outs.
Yeah.
It's because it's a survival tool. Because you always need to belong to somebody.
You need to feel affiliated to someone.
Yeah, someone who has to protect you. So me, I had to join a guy, we used to call him Nyonga. Yeah, he would grab anything he finds with. So Akunyonga,
So that's what
Yeah, so I was that. But there was a guy every parent would use as an example in the hood. That was Ben Blazer.
Oh, you and Ben grew up in the same neighborhood.
No. He was far off. I was in Deke, I was in Kana East.
Oh, okay.
But he would be used as an example.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because I had an auntie also in Kana East. So when I Ganapita kwa Robert, we never used to get on buses. Kwa Robert, see village back there.
Yeah.
Then you go to Kana East. So Ben Blazer had the studio there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I got to my auntie. She's like, you should be like, Umana Havana Karuru, you know. Because I would turn up dirty,
Yeah.
smelling of weed. To Ade buy that card.
Mwadidek.
To Ade
Yeah, why is he looking down?
out to Ade
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So, like, when you decided to join or become a Jerabo, how was that?
It was something that I was frustrated. First, what happened was I got injured
Oh, yeah.
playing football.
Oh.
And then the club did not do anything. You know, so it was that thing where even in Bahanda, we used to get 50,000 back then.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when I got injured, there was no medical insurance or some sort. So I had to bother my uncle. My uncle used to take me as his son. And so I just had to go, hospital in and out until the operation and stuff.
You even had an operation?
Yeah.
What kind of injury was it? Knee?
The torn tendon.
Ooh.
So that frustration is what led you to become.
Yeah, because I had nothing to do after school.
Oh, yeah.
So I had to find some people to align with.
So how was life as a Jerabo? I would really like to know because
I would really love to know.
Really it's a community,
Okay.
It's a community, and that's a misinterpretation. Let's say that these guys are violent.
That's what I think, because when I hear Jabo, I think
The first thing that comes to
stealing
mind
copper, beating up people for nothing.
No, they are not stealing copper. And this is one thing also we need to get straight.
Yeah.
Let's get it straight now.
Educate us. Please.
No one touches. We used to go the same Black Mountain.
In
you
the
talk
Black
about.
Mountain.
Yes, we used to go and get chrome.
Okay.
That thing, no one focuses on that. The government does not mind that.
Because that's a dumping site, right?
It's a dumping site.
Yeah.
So the only thing there is a health hazard there. And if something is staying and people want to use it to make money,
Yeah.
empower the community, I don't think that is stealing. That's been Robin Hoods,
Yeah.
They were just helping. Because as much as you see those Jerabos that you see there are people behind you, they're supporting, families they're looking after.
Yeah.
You might see maybe someone like Sparks, or back then we used to have Bashmumbi.
Yeah. I used to hear Bashmumbi
Yeah,
a lot in songs.
Yeah, Bashmumbi, Young Son. You would find they take care of widows, and you guys wouldn't even have an idea.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
That's proper community.
Yeah, paying for people's children's school fees. No problem with that.
Like having if you're having.
I think that's why you even if you see Nango, somebody stops the mining, the community cries. Because it trickles down.
Yeah,
There's a trickle effect there.
Yeah, trickles down. Even businesses, they thrive off Jerabos having money. So there are no jobs there.
That they do.
Yeah, so
So it really is a community.
it's a community.
So Amaria share by where, because I've heard stories. At Kulika Gelo, she's about to get married. Now at a kitchen party with Jerabo Waisa Cafe. Wow, now they finto.
Nishigero alicha double standards.
Yeah, Shadi at home.
Kuna vaidi ati gero alifo kupa kuita each guy. But aliye mfiwa mpondo. Where she's,
She's getting her money.
she's getting her money. So mpondo kula maybe affording it. Ngelo kaidi ngachipe cha mpondo nangu cha boss. You have to ngaponda tu yali tumba yakapona neni kupona.
Quadwama ranks, like, are there ranks in Jerabos? So to say, because it sounds like it, huh?
For me, I was below the food chain, below, so I wouldn't know what happens.
Out,
Yeah. So me, I was like below. I was that guy at 10 kumpanga, So I wouldn't know what was happening
At the top.
at the top there.
Yeah. And for how long were you a Jerabo?
I would say 1 year. I spent my whole grade 9 being a Jerabo.
Grade 9? How old were you?
I was 15.
What?
As early as that.
What?
But at home they didn't know, because they would think I've gone to play football or something.
But Nish, you were injured, so
No, I got that was after the
operation.
recovery.
that was the operation. Okay.
Yeah.
So, like, at what point does music come in now? Because it's grade 9-ish. That's pretty young, eh?
So I met a guy, DJ Mackley, used to be a DJ by CBU Center when they just opened it up.
When was this?
Why couldn't I book Shana?
Were you
I
in
think
high
2000.
school?
Yes, I was still in high
Okay.
school.
All right.
That should be 2005, 6.
Okay.
Then I meet DJ MacD. So, therefore, then finish Akutuma CD because I met him where there's a guy used to band the Pon the Replay album
Yeah.
by
Nero.
Rihanna. Yeah, so the guy came there to have that album. I was having a CD band, Pon the album, Music of the Sun
Music
album.
of the Sun,
Music of
Rihanna.
the
Yeah,
Sun.
and then there was also Wayne Wonder music.
No Letting Go.
No, it's Say You Wanna Hate My Wife.
I don't
Something
think I
like
know that one. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah, so the guy came to Ben. I said, I need somebody to be helping me DJing. So I was like, there's nothing I'm doing. So let me try to go and see what this is all about. Coincidentally, Dr. Love, my love.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah, he
yes.
was going to perform at the CBU Center opening.
Okay.
And then there was also Bugsy and Steve.
Bugs of the Kid.
Yeah, they used to be rappers back then. Bugsy used to look like T-Pen.
Bugs used to be a rapper.
Yes.
He's an OG, yeah?
Bugsy, and yes, he's a very good rapper.
What? Yeah.
So they're also performing that day. So I went there. I was like, no, I think this is the life I want. So I became a DJ for a period of time. Then just nearby there was a studio called Ezim Records.
Mm-hmm.
There's a guy, Chu Albert. He's now a teacher here in Lusaka.
Yeah.
Then he used to work for some lecturer there, opened the studio. Now the lecturer's son, Chuka, became my friend.
Okay.
Yeah, and he was getting all the girls making beats.
So was that your inspiration to start
Yes.
making beats?
Yes.
You lie. You know, you're so casual. You say such. It's hard to believe. You know?
Yeah. It was my inspiration because I
So
was,
the inspiration was to get women.
yes, because Chuka was getting the girls that I was admiring. You know what I mean?
You know, for pom guys, that's like I send it one time.
Easy one time.
Because the Pangama beat pa. And this, I'm assuming this is Fruity Loops.
Fruity Loops
Yeah.
3.
3.
Snap.
This is a long time
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah, where they used to be that is Sister Bettina beat.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So I had met a friend at CBU.
Yeah.
He was a student there, David Chikwanda.
Yeah.
He's in the UPND right now. He's like one of the youth guys there.
Yeah.
And the guy would allow me to go to his room from 7 hours to 18 hours. He would just say, okay, if somebody comes here to bend CDs, because he was also studying and he was the CBU president.
Oh.
If somebody walks in the room, they want to bend a CD, bend, then all the time you can use making beats.
Making beats.
Yeah.
So after you started making beats, did you start getting the girls?
No.
Oh no. Oh no. Why do you think that was?
Because Chuka was a good producer. He was a very good producer, and he would work with bigger artists, bigger local artists that we had there.
So it was that power that he had.
Yeah,
So to say, Yama connections.
yeah. And I did not have that musical thingy where I could play keyboard.
Wait, the MIDI player?
No, he used to play like actual
No,
keyboard.
actual keyboard.
Yeah. So the girl comes in, he plays Kasosik,
Girl, take it.
breathless, and then you are standing there, you only know how to plot. Dum, 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 dum. So it was wild.
Wow. Okay, so now when does your big break come? Like which big artist? Not even big artist, but like I'm trying to plot like the transition to you going to work with now a big artist where you say, okay, Paul Cruz has arrived.
Apana piano mbap.
In Quito, what happened was, Quito is small.
Very.
Yeah, so I opened the studio at Chimomo Market. It's
I've
called
been there.
G-Seco. Not the main market, the small market there, Kamonga.
I'm not very familiar.
Kwana Kamonga.
Yeah,
Okay,
I haven't played in Quito.
okay, if you know where Davis Tony comes from, then you know the
I remember.
photographer.
Oh, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah. So I had
Coppola has got talent, man.
Yo, Coppola's got talent.
but
It's a hat.
Yeah.
yeah, so I opened the studio there with some guys,
Yeah.
and I was going there. Then Tasira Mwade came through with a guy
Snap.
called Big Fat Nando.
I think I've heard that name. I don't know.
Yeah, there's a guy called Nando. Yeah, there's a guy called Nando, very good guy, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why Nando?
Someone's asking why Nando.
That was before the name became cigarette.
Okay.
Maybe it was inspired by Nando's. You may never know.
Yeah, but again, I think that's his name. Nando Sebitwani, I think that's his name.
Quite unique. Anyway, so Tesila Mwale is your first big break.
It was not even a break. Like
Yeah?
that was the first big artist I dealt with. And then I had confidence now to go anywhere I want to go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So at that point, that's when you had that belief in yourself to say, "I'm actually."
I see the song on my beat. The song did not come out. I don't know why, because I was still
learning.
very average.
Yeah.
Average. So from the Tasila Mwale move, I now just started working into studio and say I can produce.
Like different big studios in Kitwe.
Yes, there was Godsara Studios, Ben Blazer Studios. Whenever I go and visit Ben, because Ben is always like my big brother. Like, so listen, I heard Unique's album before anyone heard it. I heard some of Peterson's songs before anyone ever heard them. So I was just there,
Yeah.
So I would go to Blazer, get some inspiration. If I see the chord progression, I'll go and try to emulate,
copy that.
copy
Paste
that
it.
combo. So you know what I mean. And then eventually, local big Kitwe artists started happening.
Yeah.
Then I had to leave the country for a while.
Where did you go to?
I had to go to Tanzania.
Work,
producing?
family,
No,
running away.
family.
Oh,
Maybe running away from the Jerabo life.
No. That one I
At
walked
that
away.
time,
I walked away from it.
that's when you started the music,
beat
making. You just walked away.
Yeah, I just walked away. Because I walk away easily from things. Once I just say I walk away from it,
Yeah?
I walk, yeah.
Why is that? Is it a personality thing or you just feel like
it's a defensive.
defensive mechanism.
I think it's something I need to find out if it's a defensive mechanism or just a personality thing.
We'll find a therapist.
Once I just say I want to stop or I want to walk away, I walk away. I don't even look back here.
But that was brave. Any regrets leaving the Jerabo life though? Seeing how these ones are now leaving.
Because by now you would have been up the ladder.
You would have been a commander.
I don't have any regrets.
Yeah.
I'm happy that some of the friends that I was with are doing well. But again, I think I turned out pretty well and I'm contributing positively to society, especially to my family, you know what I mean?
By far. So what's your big break now like?
Mr. Vizi.
Ah.
Yeah. So when I got back from Tanzania, I was staying in John Lane.
Oh, so you came to Lusaka?
Yeah, I came to Lusaka. So I had a friend here who had a studio in John Lane. He was like, no, come, we stay together. For now, before you settle, because my thing was I just want to settle in Lusaka. So I stayed in John Lane for 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Then I hit Mr. Vizi up on Twitter.
So, and what year is this?
This is 2010.
Okay.
I hit up Mr. Vizi on Twitter and say, buddy, I'm a producer.
Yeah.
I want to produce something for you. Then he said, no, let's meet in town.
Yeah.
I didn't know town very well, but I had to navigate my way, met your buddy. We spoke. Then he went quiet for a bit. Then I got frustrated, went back to Tanzania again.
So you actually did go back?
Snap.
Yeah. I went back to Tanzania. Yeah.
You just couldn't find the footing here.
Yeah, because after what I got exposed to in Tanzania, I got a hang of the industry there, made friends, networked and stuff like that.
So was that like the industry music there, or what industry was that in Tanzania?
That's the music industry.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the music industry.
Did you work with any big artists notable in Tanzania?
Yeah, I've always been working with them. I've always been working with them.
Any names?
I would start Alikiba, Q Chiller. Now I would say almost everyone in the Tanzanian music industry I've worked with. Even if I don't produce, I'll mix for them.
Yeah, mix and master. Yeah. Which is your bread and butter, right?
Now, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And we'll touch that in a bit. So, what forces you to come back to Zambia from Tanzania, and when does this happen?
2011 August. Mr. Vizi hits me up and says no. Because I was still using my same number on WhatsApp and I was on BBM. So
BBM days.
Yeah. So he just says no. A friend of mine is opening a studio in Woodlands. They want a producer. So the call was actually working there. So he called me and said, okay, we want a producer. Then I pulled up.
Now, sorry, I'm just trying to understand. So, if things were going well in Tanzania, why did you leave to come here? What was the main motivation?
I don't like Tanzania.
Why?
It's like, okay, Dar es Salaam is just too congested for my liking.
Because of the hub, the port.
The
No,
activities
no,
there.
no, like especially where I stay in Magomeni,
Yeah.
traffic just outside the house. You look down. That now there's a bridge, but still traffic is like all over.
Yeah.
So you don't have a moment of silence. If I go to the other family in Mbezi Beach, because my father was Tanzanian, so I've got like a lot of relatives. So if I go to Mbezi Beach again, it's the same thing. So there's no peace for me. I'm like, I don't like this. I like being quiet.
So it was an environmental thing, basically.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
just didn't hit.
Yeah.
So you have a producing gig in Zambia.
Yeah.
You come back to Zambia. How does it unfold for you from there?
Yeah.
From there, I start recording a Clio Ice Queen and Salma Sky, yes.
Yeah.
I didn't produce for any, I was just recording. Because Tivo kind of insisted that you're a very good mixer and producer. So then Raf Kid walks in the studio. They did the Nikamisia song.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that song, it was not supposed to be the actual song that was supposed to make the album. Tony Breeze still had to go and mix it and reproduce it.
Yeah.
But for me to do a kadara, so that it goes and mixes the song, because it was just the recording in China, just put a compressor, EQ, delay, and auto-tune
Yeah.
on PJ's voice. May he so rest in peace.
Yeah.
And
R.I.P.
Rough Kid went on and released the same version.
The unmixed one.
Yes, and I'd put the tag at the end so that Tony can remove that and mix, because I wanted him to mix it.
Yeah.
So that's how the song came out, the unmixed one.
Is that a common thing for artists to release unmixed songs? Because I remember at that time we used to complain a lot about the quality of music in the country. So is it deliberate? Do they not like want a properly packaged song? What's your view there?
An artist has this psychological thing where if the more time they spend with the song, so any change, a problem na yena. So even Tony, if you ask him, I think he'll say that beat was a skeleton beat, because he had made that beat in 15 minutes.
Yeah,
So
that is a real skeleton beat.
Yeah. So it wasn't even a finished beat.
Yeah.
So it's like, I think Raf just liked what he had stayed with. Yeah.
He didn't see the vision of the producer, basically.
There's another version for that song, I think. It has another version.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he just wants that same one. So just my tag being there became something. Then Wheels walked in, and then we did Live Your Life.
Yeah.
By then he was an unknown artist. I think that was his first big song.
Yeah.
Live Your Life, I produced that song. Then I went on to produce, I think, 90% of Mr. Vizzy's last album.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I left. I became independent.
So you left Rico's studio?
No, Rico and me were employed by the same guy.
Oh,
Muya.
okay.
Yeah, we're employed by the same guy, Muya.
Okay.
Yeah. Muya Lungu.
Okay. So like, so you've said the song by Rafkid and your tag sort of put you out there.
Yeah.
Were there any now big artists who started hitting you up and saying, we want to work with you?
Yeah, they always
and who are those guys and what did you do with them?
I used to work with for Muya, and Muya had this saying to say, I would rather be rich than famous.
Okay.
So Muya, I think, imparted a certain mindset in me to say, don't ever work for a shout out. You know?
Mm-hmm.
So most artists would come and would vibe. Because there's a song by Katongo Music and JK.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's called Joy. Because I used to be, the studio was near Digital X when we moved to Olympia.
Mm-hmm.
Digital Works.
Redo came and picked me up. I did the beat for that. He did not even credit me. And
Did you have a problem with not being credited?
personally, I did, but the song was already out and the video was out.
Yeah.
Did you address him? Did you address that?
I just cut him off.
Completely?
Yeah.
Even up to now?
I just say hi.
So him listening to this will be the first time knowing why.
Yeah.
It's deep, man. That's really deep.
Yeah, we meet, we say hi, we say what's up,
Yeah.
and that's it. Because I felt
want the credit on that particular song?
I did
So
what
someone's
what
asking why he wanted the credit on that particular song.
when you make a beat, you're pretty much a writer, you're pretty much a composer for that song.
Yeah, composer.
You know, it doesn't matter if you just make a beat or you're just a beat maker, you're a composer. So you're writing, all the melodies there are written by you,
Yeah.
not the artist. JK wrote the song, I think, but I did the instrumental, so I need to be credited.
Yeah. And I think it's only right.
It's only right.
Yeah,
Because you're part of the entire production process.
yeah.
Without your patterns, without your melodies, the song is not what it is.
Nga kapera yama.
Yeah. So Katongo Music and JK, that was one of the big ones at that time.
Yeah. It was not big, but yeah.
Okay. Is this the time when you start doing TV?
No. So TV came by mistake.
Oh,
I was
mistake.
a struggling. Listen to this story. I was a struggling producer. I used to charge 200 kwacha for a song.
Yeah,
that's everything. The beats,
Yes,
the recording,
yes.
mixing.
the mixing.
Yes.
What?
And then coin, because I had left Moya, now I was starting back,
Yeah.
And the only artist I could attract are the upcomers who could pay.
Yeah.
Because an upcomer would have a one pin and they'll say, okay, I'll do 5 songs. And that would mean I'll have to make 5 beats in a day and we're good. So there's a guy called Coin.
Yeah.
If you know Golden Maiwanga.
He's our big brother.
Yeah. So he calls me. He used to work for Zamtel. And when he started his company Out Farm, he did not have an office. He started it by the Zamtel counter there. That guy is a hustler.
It's a big hustler. No, he's a big hustler.
So he calls me and says, can you do sound for TV? I've got 5 pin. There's only 4 episodes and Kenny Rock needs this to be mixed. And
Yeah.
I can do it. Yeah, that's what I did.
Were you confident in that year at that point?
I was like, what happens would happen. Because the only thing I knew is they wanted it to be minus 23 UFS.
I don't know what that is, man.
Okay, there's like a loudness specification.
Okay.
So I had zero idea. That was a show called Nkani Musisi.
Oh, I remember that show.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I remember that show.
Yeah. I think it was one of Zambia's first shows on Zambezi.
Okay.
So I did that show out of survival mode.
Yeah, because at that point you're hustling.
Yeah. And then there was this guy who used to work for Zambezi, Gilbert. So he would like stress me with QC notes.
QC notes, quality control.
Quality control. No, here it's loud and here it's loud.
Yeah.
And those were like my educative
process.
Job on training, basically.
Yes, it was job on.
Yeah.
I did that. Then the next thing I was given a show, Real Talk with Chico.
Oh,
I know that one. Yeah.
You know that one?
Yeah, I know that.
The Jimmy K show,
welcome.
Talking show, with Jimmy K.
Yeah.
Then there was that gospel song, also a gospel show from Ground Zero. I've forgotten it. There's that lady used to do Kabanana who used to present it. I've forgotten it.
I can't remember.
Because I mixed that one without picture. I was just given sound. So like I did certain shows without even seeing what's on the screen.
How does that work?
Bro.
How does that work?
I didn't know anything. So they just give me waves.
Yeah.
And that will give me music and I'll just have to make it, Then as time went, I did one show with My Kitchen Party.
Yes, My Kitchen Party.
Yeah, the first season was kind of here there. So the payment I got, I was like, you know what, I'm going to invest in myself.
Yeah. Was this like a big check?
It was the biggest I had gotten off music.
How much was it?
Look at him, like, always looking at you, man.
No, just for professional purposes, because sometimes there are things that happen behind doors, so I cannot say.
Okay, what's the biggest check you've ever gotten?
The biggest check?
Yeah.
The biggest check I've ever gotten?
Yes.
I think it's 750,000 kwacha.
750,000 kwacha.
Yes.
Oh my days.
Was that a TV show?
It was an advert.
Oh my days.
Snap.
Oh my days. Why aren't you doing ads?
Snap.
So what happened with this particular ad? It was airing at the Euros. So they wanted mixed in 5.1. Now the guys were kind of overwhelmed.
Yeah.
So the thing, what happened is they didn't have music for the actual ad.
Yeah.
So he just asked me, put any instrument that sounds like it's from Africa. So I made my own instrument.
Yeah.
And the next thing, these guys are asking me publishing and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
publishing and all that.
Yeah.
Did you have any idea what publishing at that time? So it was again
Training on the
learning
job.
on
It was
on the job.
on the job.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's something I would watch off YouTube. Because back then I was addicted to YouTube.
Yeah, yeah.
750,000 though. Let's talk about that. How did you feel when the money hit your account?
I went to Burkina Faso.
Are you serious?
Yes.
What did you go to do there?
I don't know. I just wanted to get on a plane.
Yo, Paul Cruz is the one.
I'll buy a giraffe.
Did buy a giraffe.
Dude, you already have me as a friend.
Nah.
That should be enough.
What? You
Yeah.
just got on a plane and said, I'm going to Burkina Faso.
I got on a plane because I was in Tanzania on that day.
Yeah.
I got on a plane. Then I went to Kenya.
Yeah.
Then when I went to Kenya, I was just checking the flights there. Then I asked which available flight was there. Then they said, no, there's one that's going to Ouagadougou.
What? You just literally went to the
Yeah, he just literally went to the airport, man.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I love this story. No. I love this story.
But
I really do.
that story is also one story of how money is never enough.
Yeah.
Because I think that was the first time I made the biggest mistakes in my life.
I think it's normal.
Yeah, like if you ask me what I used for that money, I don't even know what I can show you to say, okay, it's Chairman.
Yeah.
So you're telling me you blew the whole 750,000 kwacha?
Blown. Not two ways about it.
In what period? A month?
No,
6 months?
no,
A year?
2 weeks.
Bro.
You blew 750,000 kwacha in 2 weeks.
Yes.
No comments, man.
I walked into a casino
Ooh.
and I found Baccarat.
Ooh.
Snap.
Yeah.
So
in
crazy
Burkina
game.
Faso.
no,
In Zambia.
In Tanzania.
no, Cape Town.
How did you get to Cape Town, bro? This
Yeah.
was a serious 2 weeks.
So, wait. Paul, you made 750,000 kwacha.
750 million back then.
Yeah.
Yeah, 750. Yeah, back then. And the first thing that you did was you traveled out of the country.
Yeah.
You went to Kenya, then you went to Burkina Faso.
Yeah.
Then from there you went to Cape Town.
Yeah.
In 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And you blew the money in 2 weeks.
I was in Cape Town, I was in Kenya, I was in Uganda. I would travel almost every day.
You were living the life.
Yeah, because it's something that I was
Yeah.
thinking it's going to come. I thought it was going to be a royalty thing, only to find out I've been paid up front.
It was a one-time payment.
Yeah.
Oh, snap. Did you get the girls now that you had the money?
No. Okay, the thing about the girls is I got disappointed one time, and for the girls, my brother, don't run.
Don't run, Mulife, don't.
Don't run.
The funny thing is that we have Mulife in the studio.
These girls will show you fire, you know.
Sandman girls, what did you do to Paul Cruz? What did you guys do to Paul Cruz?
Wow.
Come on.
No, they did well. It's
It was a learning curve.
I
Guys,
take
how is no one eating this snacks here?
just not you one.
Not the one bit there.
Tuba kumfwe for sheta bena zambi.
Tumbo kuponda.
Tuwa sheta mchibemba. Ima.
Guys, can you get serious?
I'm just telling you.
Yeah.
The disciplinary committee is watching.
They're working in full force.
Yeah, and for
They're in
me,
full force.
I'm in their sites right now. So it's.
What did you do?
I said Chile does not deserve any of these.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. I saw you say that.
I think we are going to forget to talk about this. So
Let's talk
do
about it now. Before, then we'll go back.
Yeah. So you posted on Facebook that you feel Chile One deserved to only have like just one award.
Yeah,
If we are being kind.
yeah. No, actually, not being kind.
He deserved,
He
one
deserved
award.
one award.
Okay, he deserved one award. And the other 4 were supposed to go to your maps.
Yes.
He deserved the 4.
The other 3 were supposed to go to your maps. One was supposed to go to either Roberto or Jerox.
Okay.
Okay. Can you just shed more light on that? Why do you think Chilewan did not deserve?
Chilewan is benefiting from the hatred that people have for your maps. The current resentment that they have towards him.
The disciplinary committee.
Yeah, so I would say that's a frustrated committee, because if they're disciplinary, they understand that what they're doing is disturbing Zambian music.
Yeah, I mean, you're in the industry itself. Do you think, what do you think are the long-term effects of this, where people are voting based on different patterns that are not...
There will be no merit. Artists that work hard for something will never be rewarded for that.
Yeah.
Because everything is based off public opinion. And that's not how an award show should be. There should be a certain level of adjudication to say, okay, people have voted. Because voting, I think, is also, they need interaction.
Yeah.
But they also should know that, okay, on merit, this guy does not deserve it.
Do you think maybe voting should be taken away? Because to me, that looks like the problem, right?
Yeah.
Do you think maybe there should be a committee of an award show that just sit themselves?
Yeah, that's why for the Grammys, there's always an award, there's always
The
a committee.
academy.
Yeah.
The BET, I think, and the MTV, you vote, but that's like 30% of. It's just for interaction purposes. Your votes don't even count because there are other stats
That count.
But don't you think also, as an artist, you should consider what market you're in? I'll give an example of, if you're in the USA, you can have a bad character and you get away with it.
So your maps has a bad character.
No, let me drive to you. Let me
He's
drive my
putting
point
you
home.
on heat.
You can be controversial.
Yeah,
I'll give an example of Kanye West.
yeah,
He will say whatever he wants, and people will still go out and buy his music. An example, eh? Because that's how the culture is. They'll have that level of tolerance for that kind of character in that industry. If we come to Zambia, though, others would argue and say the Zambian industry and the Zambian people smack a kahambonese
Where's
or
my
good
camera?
character.
Where's my camera?
Wait.
No. That's my camera. Avena Zambia mudi my hypocrite. Just not try to start. We are the wrong people to try to have a certain moral compass judging people.
Yeah,
and
I agree with Paul.
we are the worst people to do that, because online we post Bible verses. Let's go to Chicago. Today is Saturday. Let's go to Chicago's at 21 hours. Capone's. Let's go and see the same people posting Bible verses. What they're doing, they're twerking. So if we have to start judging people moral compasses, look at I'll now use your maps and Kidist. And your maps, I would commend your maps for standing for something and not falling for anything.
Yeah.
Because your maps would have a live video. He's streaming himself. People will go there and start insulting. If he retaliates, everyone is not. Namumtendek.
That's the point, though.
His wife, same thing. She retaliates. You have a problem with it. And if we are going to have a society where you guys, in case this, make sure you stream this and like and subscribe so that we get 1 million views. So that
Amen.
if they get 1 million views, if I say I made these guys, am I the owner of a podcast? Your Maps is talented. You love his music.
Yeah.
Hate it or love it. You love his music.
Yeah, true.
True.
That's one thing
True.
you cannot deny.
Trust me.
But because his wife said, what did she say? What did she say?
I can't even remember at this point because it's like it's
Oh,
been a lot.
Bagambwanga. And so if she says Bagambwanga, did she say it to the Zambian people or she said it to the person she was retaliating to? What did that person write? Because you and I know how these people get abused online.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
Every single day.
And if you look at people who abuse
Even
them,
we get abused online.
it's okay.
We were recently abused by
But
Crisis.
no, I plead the fifth.
There's something there, eh?
Man,
So-
tu wanapoona-
You're sipping
So-
water, bro.
So, Paul, as an artist, you have to be aware. As an artist, as an entrepreneur, I think at some point you have to be aware of the environment.
We're just trying to
you're
play
working in.
devil's advocate.
Okay, the environment.
Surely, a population that voted someone to be president, mostly based on them being humble, that should tell you something at least of the environment in which you're working.
Can I be honest?
Yeah.
Zambians, we are too emotional and we use logic after we use emotions.
Okay.
Logic comes after. Remember when you wanted to vote for a man for reading COVID results?
I vividly remember that. Yes.
I
yes,
remember that.
yes.
Because he was reading COVID results and we thought he was the best person to lead
To
Zambia.
take over.
Now, was that purely an emotional point or it was a logical point? It was an emotional point.
Emotional.
Zambians are very emotional people. I think Z World should have an headquarters in Zambia. They will thrive here. They'll thrive here. Serious.
He's only saying that because he can do sound for them. Get another
No.
750,000 and blow it in 2 weeks.
I'll never make that mistake again. That one. That one.
All right. So, what do you think of the current sound engineering landscape in Zambia at the moment? The level we're at and the pace we're moving.
And where do you put yourself
Me, myself,
Yeah.
in that?
As a sound engineer.
I think I would say one of the best sound engineers in the country.
Top 3, top 2, top 5, top 10, top 50? Which one?
Top one?
Currently, I'm top one when it comes to music and TV. Because
I'd like to agree.
I'm top one. But there are those guys who are there, but they are not doing as much. You know, Ian.
Yeah.
Ian, very good engineer, but he's been quiet of late. Ben Blazer has been doing live shows of late. So this is me running it now. For now.
The
Until
king
somebody comes.
Running the show.
Yeah.
The goat. And so, like, do you feel there are a lot of people who are putting in the work, not just like the big guys, like people are trying to come up and live to that level, and
Yes.
also like the training where, because there's a gap, right?
Here's the thing. If big artists were doing as much as young artists are doing, the industry will be good.
That's an interesting take.
Okay.
That's an interesting take.
Yeah.
Young artists put in the work and they pay the engineer, they pay the producers. Big artists don't do that. I've had big artists.
Which artists have you worked with that never paid you?
I have a lot.
Which?
Yeah, you can give names. We've got time.
No. I have a lot.
Just name 2.
Yeah, that's two.
I have a lot. I have a list of...
A lot. One being?
no, just a lot.
It doesn't have to drop names.
I don't want to drop names.
Why do you still work with them? Do you?
No, it's just the respect and again we need to understand the industry that we are in.
Okay.
Yeah, but if I was to start just getting serious and said, okay, let me start using my lawyer and we start taking down songs from their albums, it wouldn't look nice.
So you can do that.
Yeah.
Ooh.
We can, from all the streaming
Yeah.
platforms, we can do that and then also bring out lawsuits.
That I think it's a route you should take, though.
No.
Because look, Paul, look.
Yeah,
You've put in the work.
yeah.
Your songs, the songs you've mixed and mastered or produced, are
Yeah.
doing amazing.
Yes. People have been streaming them.
They're streaming them.
They're on the album.
They're on the album. People are singing them, and your work is not being credited.
Yeah. You see, this
Is it fair to you?
You see why I love Roberto?
Yeah.
I was actually, we're actually even coming to that.
Why
Now that you've started, yeah.
Why I love Roberto is Roberto, every song he drops. I think removing just 2 songs, the Tanzanian one and the Tishon ones, I haven't touched those. But every
Okay.
song that he has removed, dropped, I've always had a role to play in that. And he'll credit you.
And he'll pay you.
Wait. So for Roberto, here's how it works.
Yeah.
Roberto, first to start with, he'll just bombard my email and so by the time I know I'm expecting this, I should have downloaded this project and I'm already mastering or mixing. That's how Roberto works.
Okay.
But for money, Roberto is one guy who I can call anytime and say, big man, I'm in shit, help me. And Roberto has cleared, I think, a lot of stuff that I've imported from outside.
Speaking of equipment, how heavily have you invested in that?
Bro, right now, I bought a new computer just yesterday and my wife is...
How much was it?
14,000.
Yeah.
What did your wife say about it?
My wife, let's just say that tonight I have to be the most romantic person I have to meet.
Of course, of course, of course.
Yeah.
How important is equipment in your industry?
So here is the thing. The number one thing that is lacking is the education and exposure.
Okay.
One thing is people are too proud to admit they need help
Yeah.
in this industry. Last year I created the Cube-based template for mixing and mastering.
Okay.
The people who bought that template are the upcoming producers. The only guy who bought the same template who's established is Cashflow because he wants his studio to be
What-
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cashflow invests in himself. The owner of this space, okay, anyway,
Gio.
Gio, yeah. He's a
Gio is a sound guy, invests in all the tools he wants.
Yeah,
He
true.
invests from camera to sound, invests in that. He knows what he wants.
Yeah.
And he doesn't just buy based on the fact that someone is using it. He buys based on the fact that he knows how to use it. He's educated about it.
Yeah.
Guys don't want to do that. And before you get to the equipment, you need to get to the education, the mindset.
Yeah.
Why are you having a song mixed for example?
Yeah.
We have had songs here where if it had proper mixing and mastering, it would be big international. Do you know that the only 3 songs that have topped the Trace channel #1 have been mixed and mastered by me?
What?
Whoa.
Yes.
Which ones are those?
Which
Which
songs
three?
are those?
Roberto Beautiful,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chandambao, Too Much Maningi,
Yeah.
J-Rock's Distance Remix.
Yeah. All big bangers.
Yeah.
All big bangers.
And all the international songs that are happening out there from Zambia, except Sampa's, I pretty much have a role to play.
Yeah. Speaking of Sampa, the great, what do you think of her album, her music, and her
career?
song "Never Forget" being used in the trailer for the Black Panther?
Here's the story. I cried there. Nechipondo kulira.
Tulida soka?
Nali mu studio. Then I was seated. I was on Twitter.
Yeah.
Then I saw somebody post a tweet. Then I opened the link. I cried there. The way you cry when you're watching the X Factor. And then there's that America's Got Talent. Then there's that story. I cried there. Nechipondo.
Wow.
Ubupondwarira.
Tulila.
Hey, Karamba Kaisapo. Zambia, chef. And I know chef when they were staying in Dollar Pound Flat.
Yeah.
So I know how they have moved. So just to hear the voice.
Voice yakwe.
Yeah. So Sampa is doing good things, but she needs, as Sampa is doing this opening doors,
Yeah.
we need also as Zambians now to mobilize and move together in one accord, one direction. Because
Yeah.
Sampa is opening doors. And it depends if we are going to match that up. Because right now, Mag has created a WhatsApp group for producers to create a certain sound that is going to identify Zambia.
That's
It's
amazing.
time, yeah.
Yeah, that's dope.
That sounds amazing.
That's dope.
Yeah, so
So apart from Sampa the Great, I would like to pick your mind on which other Zambian artists do you think can go international?
Afunika missed his opportunity. Afunika actually was the biggest international artist at some point. He missed his opportunity. I think Mampi would have done well with proper management,
Yeah.
proper guidance. Kefi go too. I think these two did not have that proper
Yeah.
guidance and proper management to push them. Because the way where they reached, they needed to pick it up. Somebody to push. Afunika missed it out. For now, I would say if we have to invest in going international, before I can even pick an artist, we need to invest in the young people because everywhere, music Nigeria, it's the young guys.
Yeah,
Everywhere
like,
it's young
like
guys.
this guy. I don't know if you've seen Asake, who's
Ashake.
Ashake.
Yeah.
That's how you pronounce it.
Yeah.
Ashake. Like you can see there's quality, there's investment behind it,
Yes, there's investment.
and it's just like he's arrived. Basically, he's arrived.
Yeah.
But you can see that he's been trained by what's the producer? Sorry, his manager's name.
Not the manager, the label.
yeah.
Olamide, YBN.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. It's like there's a trajectory. They know, okay, the next guy is this one. Let's all invest in him. Let's get Burna Boy. Because that Burna Boy feature just
Yeah.
solidified everything.
When you pick an artist, you don't pick an artist based on the fact that they can sing.
Yeah.
you all of us here have watched WWE. We know that there's always a persona being created.
Yes.
Ashake has a bad boy, complicated boy kind of vibe. Even the way he dresses, even the way he
Yeah.
moves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has this thing that you don't understand where he stands.
Yeah.
And then we go to maybe Aya Star,
Star. Yeah.
Clay, what's the other one? Crayon, yeah. And then what's Rema?
Yeah.
They all
They're
move with a
different, yeah.
purpose. They all have an image and stuff. So they are trained. People invest in them. Media trained, all of this trained and trained and trained and trained. But in Zambia, I remember if you follow me on Twitter, I said the label system that popped up last year was a bunch of nonsense.
Yeah, which is something I wanted you to address just like quickly. Oh yeah, sure.
Is the issue the artist or the issue is the management?
The manager.
Because the
Okay.
talent stays the same, right?
Yeah.
And then you say there's someone who wants to pick up the artist from a certain level. So
Yeah.
is it the lack of proper managers in the industry, or is it the artists that are just lazy?
There are no trained managers, so we cannot blame artists. So this is what it is. The artist is an end product of a lot of work that is done. There's a lot of work that gets done for an artist to be an artist. Remember, the artist. I'll give an example. What's that? Kabilem, the guy who just does this.
Yes.
Yeah, Kabi.
Yeah. Kabi. Yeah, his name is Kabi.
He's not. I don't find him funny, but he's doing everything.
I saw a video with him and Future yesterday.
Bro, he's all over the place.
Yeah, he is.
So that guy has got management. He has got people, brand imaging and stuff. So when you pick an artist, if a label says, okay, I'll give you an example. Nexus Music, they pick an artist. They need to make sure they don't conform that artist to the current market. There's a difference, conforming. So they pick that artist and say, okay, this is artist B.
Yeah.
Let's dress them like this. This is going to be your persona, your character.
Yeah.
When you appear in public, you're supposed to look like this. If you're going to be a bad boy, you're supposed to look like a bad boy. Here is your sound. We're going to get a piano, but you're just going to whistle on the song. Is what I mean.
Yeah.
So there's that thing where you just create an image starting from the ground up. By the time you're bringing the person to the public, they see him once. They see him, the person, me, him or she. They'll be like, this artist is interesting. That's what Nigerians do. It's just a psychological game.
Yeah.
But in Zambia, we think when you drop a song, you take 5 photos, you Photoshop them, and then you post on Spotify, and that's it. Or choke.
All right. My last question. So we've spoken a lot about artists, like the trajectory, how artists should move. Who do you think right now are the artists the young artists or upcoming, who are really good and can stand out in the future if things go well for them, if properly managed?
If Natasha Chansa stops rapping, should be the biggest artist in Zambia.
It's a big take.
It's a big take.
That's a big take.
Yeah. And Jet Trigger.
What makes you say that, though?
Have you heard that girl sing?
Yeah,
Have you heard that girl play guitar?
Yes.
That girl is a superstar. I don't know why she wants to rap. I don't know. Because the money is in singing. Nobody cares about rapping. This is Africa. You have to go to America to do that.
Damn. J Trigger. I love J Trigger.
Yeah.
Shout out J Trigger.
He's my boy. I mix and master his stuff, but I always criticize him always.
And what are your criticisms?
Huh?
What are your criticisms about him?
He likes to hold on to a lot of good music, and you have to push him to release music. Yeah, because he's signed to a label in Nigeria, so it's hard to push him. But in today's market, if you are not releasing music, if you're not dropping music, you are being left out. Because remember, we are fighting. We in Zambia, there are institutions out there that are putting in money in artists.
Yeah,
all over the world.
Yeah.
Even somebody is putting in money. It's not like she's indie, but there's somebody putting in money. It just has to be that case.
Yeah.
So when people invest in, and you drop a song after 7 months and you drop, people will forget you easily. People move on easily.
Yeah,
Especially
with the streaming culture.
True.
Yeah.
Because every Friday, there's a new song.
Tuesday and Friday.
Tuesday and Friday.
Yeah. So
apart from Natasha and J Trigger, anyone else?
Killer,
I love
Killer.
I love guys. That's the one fan right here.
And then there's this what's the name again? There's this mysterious boy, Tade Shizi.
Oh yes, Tyler Sheezy. You don't know Tyler Sheezy?
No.
Here we call you. I'm sorry.
I'll show you a picture.
Yeah,
All right,
It's like
dope.
this weird guy, huh? But when he drops bars, I feel like he's a very good rapper. And him, if he's going to go somewhere, I think now that Killer is going somewhere, I think they need to follow Killer's template and then they will push out. But my biggest take is Natasha should stop rapping.
We heard it from Pro Cruz, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming through.
Total.
Any last words to your fans, your haters,
But
anybody?
disciplinary committee, stop insulting me and calling me. Nariumfo. But I'm still not going to change my mind over that. Chidawan did not deserve and does not deserve the awards that is getting this year
Yeah.
until he proves, because he only has one hit song, also.
Yeah.
Yeah, he only has one hit song, so he has to prove.
There's this song is featured on by, is it Dismo?
More. And I knew Chidawan as a rapper, so he's a very good rapper.
Yeah, what he did there, I liked what he did. I didn't expect.
He's a very
Didn't
good
expect
rapper.
that.
He was a rapper before he became a singer, I think. Or he was doing both, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I heard him as a rapper.
All right. And we've come to the end. Thank you so much again.
Total.
And we out. Boom.